Okay, ladies and gents, are we live? Let's fucking rock and roll. I've already put out my tweet, my everything. Hey, Bookster, good to see you. Time to adjust my sound. Yes, we are, Mr. Zavi. Yes, we are. Good to see you, my friend. How you doing? I hope you're doing good. Hello, Panago. Good to see you. Good to see you. Okay. Boo, it grows on everybody. Like, for me, it's just super calming. Like, I just kind of like having it here. I'll DM you this mix that I have right now. It's a super long mix, but it's actually pretty good. Here, I'll DM it to you. Hey, Zernunos. Good to see you. Hey, Berkeley. Playing Diablo on the side. Dude, I'm just so mad that they delayed it, man. That's crazy. I'm so annoyed that they delayed it, man. Hey, what's up, Illness? Good to see you. Yeah, I can understand that, Mr. Zavi. But I hope you're doing good today, bud. Alright, give me uno momento. Hello, Phosphiles. I just need to adjust a few things. Zeno is Shazamming? Okay. I'll wait for you to... Yeah, once you load in, I'll pull you in and we can go off. There is, but it costs money and I don't have such money. I see the Eve is in a hunt. Look at this. Look at this. I see the Zernunos as well. Look at this man daring to stare at me. Like, there are ways to do it, Boog, but it's honestly like, I would do it if my Wi-Fi was better, but I don't have the money to buy a Wi-Fi booster right now. When I come back to Singapore, I plan to, because I wanted to get a Wi-Fi booster so that I would have good Wi-Fi up here, and then I would project from my phone to my PC, which I would have done. Hey, Wuka. But yeah, all those solutions require a bit of extra cash, which I do not have on hand, especially due to the month that it is, you know. It has been a bit of a tough month, but that's okay. Like I said, it will be a problem to solve in future, but I'll just wait till Diablo Immortal is out on PC, because either way, I want to give a full and in-depth review. Like, I don't want to give a like some half-done thing where I just say like, okay, so you know, like this is only good on mobile or stuff like that. No, I don't want that sort of thing. Like, I want to examine the PC port for myself and then, you know, be able to further decide yes or no, you know, is this something decent or not. But yeah, we'll see. Diablo Immortal, Wuka. Talking about other stuff. Worry not, my friend. It is but the thoughts of a wild madman. Think about buying this in future. Okay, Zernunos is in. Let's go. Let's feel like speeding through this. Hello, Mr. Chair. Are you chairing? Are you chairing the discussion? Don't forget to like the stream, you nerds. I want to see thousands of people. Thousands of likes, my friends. Let us gather humans. I am very sure he is cherishing the moment. Wait, the music's not holy enough. There we go. I'm sure I could, but I only wish to sit on my girl. None of you are worthy of seating the Lord, High Lord of all mankind. All right, onward. I'm sure you are, buddy. All right, let's go. Upgrade to becoming a gaming chair. Lol. But anyway, come. Keep sharing out the stream, my friends. We shall spread the holiness of the one true robot way across the stars of the universe. Cloudflare is down? No. Ah, yes. If he was a royal throne, I would sit. But no, I did not see that Cloudflare was down. Discord was down for a while. This afternoon, it was wild. But other than that, you know, life is all right. Too bad. Been worse. I forgot that I can throw a flare. This amuses me greatly. When is the new cosmetic coming out? You should probably ask the developers, my friend. You are in the Rebel Alliance, you know. Here we are rebels. We know nothing of what the developers desire. And so I'm afraid I cannot help you, my friend. I would love to, but you know that we are despised. So I would know nothing about that. I'm just kidding. In about 11 days, you will have your new cosmetics. Don't you know Dauntless updates very slowly? What's up, Vil? If you want to know when new cosmetics come out, just look at your challenges. After the last week of challenges, that's when you'll get new cosmetics, I believe. So, how dare you not know this information, and how dare you ask me a question? The fact that you even dared to question me is not good. Questioning is heresy. It's blasphemy. You're welcome, heretic who dared to ask a question. Are you a part of the rebels? That depends. That depends. If you don't hang out with people from the official Discord, then of course you are. If you hang out with people from the official Dauntless Discord, then you are a traitor. I'm not testing this repeated build. I'm just getting it to 20 so I can reforge it because, you know, I like to finish it out. I don't ever showcase builds that I don't finish out, you know? Be bad-mannered if I did. Because then I haven't measured full TDK. Plus I got like distracted yesterday, so. I love how Alira's beam is the only one that can literally go through another behemoth. Like, really? You know, a behemoth's body is supposed to block that stupid ass beam. That's how it has always worked. Hey, Ray. Do I see a Xeno that is down? Oh no. Actually, I can just... Can I revive you? Oh, I can't revive you in Shadow State. Sorry. I'll have to wait. Well, you aren't you lucky. That place is... toxicity made manifest. There you go. Trash build, eh? I take it the Xernunos is experimenting. There we go. Give me a second. For some weird reason. Give me a second, yeah? There we go. For some weird reason, streamer mode was not enabled. No, I mean, just, I'm not testing it, I'm just finishing this. It was already, the testing is already done, I'm just getting it to 20 because... Well, I mean, I guess it still counts as testing, but what I mean is that... Okay, so, you know, I always run a build from 1 to 20. And that is to give a full range of TDK values for myself. Which I calculate, put into a spreadsheet, and then if it's all acceptable, then, you know, off it goes. And then I release it into the Pokemon wilds, but that's standard across the board. I just really want to finish this because I'll probably release this build on maybe Wednesday. So I just realized today's Tuesday. So I was like, wait. I think I may have confused poor Truffles. Yes, Miss Eve. What do you have to see? What do you have that I should see? Also, hi, hello. We saw you hunting. We were wondering where you'd gone. Man. This Chrono Ducker. My day is good. My day is always good. Well, it better be one of mine. Let me see. Ah, yes. So how are you finding it? Is it serving you well? Oh, so are you joining us or no? Just asking, because I'm just doing my thing and leveling. Hello, Hadi. How you doing? I hope you're all doing well. I'm doing good. I'm never not doing good. Good to see you guys all liking the stream, though. It's very nice. Very pleasant to see everybody, you know, liking the stream, doing the usual thing. That's good. That's good. Yes, it is what it's designed to. I'm glad that you enjoy it. I am glad that you enjoy it. You're doing your part, Illness? Good. You should. Always do your part for the nation. Ah, okay. If you're level 5, then it's fine. I can probably grab you later when I switch down to the lower level stuff, because I'm just speed leveling this to finish off. But I can pick you up later, it's okay. I'm literally just speed leveling this. Yeah, that's fine. I will grab your soul a little later. It should be perfectly fine. It is not a worry for me. No, poor Zernunos. It's okay. I will slay these beasts in your name. Is the axe a good weapon? Depends on you, Hadi. Like, honest to God, the thing about the axe is that the axe really depends on the skill of the user, as well as you know, the type of build you use. Unfortunately, there aren't that many axe builds around, and that's just because, I mean, there really aren't that many options for the axe, to be fair. I guess jagged relatable illness. And also, Miss Eve, why would you apologize about language? It's an 18+ stream. Swear as much as you like. It's all good. Yeah, Phosphelies, I guess the game, like, Dauntless is not very stable for a fully released game. A lot of people do crash, but it's also because there's a lot of crossplay involved and cross-region as well, which does have problems. Then you're fine. I mean, then what's the problem? Like, if you're already skilled within Reforged 7, as long as you're using an Asian robot build, you're okay. It's just that, like I said, there aren't very many variations in builds. There's like 1 or 2 good builds, and then that's it. Of course, the reason simply being that the axe is that sort of weapon. It's just that sort of weapon. You know, it's not a fast weapon. It's not a super devastating weapon. No, it's just a strong weapon without much variation. It has a very simplistic playstyle, to be honest. So compared to other weapons, there isn't a lot of variations that you can do, which I think is where I guess a lot of people sort of struggle with the axe and stuff like that, because it's different to the other weapons. Very different. Honest to God. It is. It's very good. Like, if you enjoy it, bro, then just keep running it. Like, when you get bored, you can just play a different weapon. That's kind of the downside with the axe. Like, I really want to make more weapons work with the axe, but it's hard because it's a slow weapon, you know, like there's nothing you can do about it. In fact, the axe, unlike the hammer, is very, very reliant on discipline, which is problematic in its own way. Yeah. But that is how things are. Careful, friends. When you go to Unga, you become one with the bunga. He who ungas deeply, ungas not deeply or something. Okay, everybody, while chair is gone, let's discuss everything so that he misses everything, you know? Like true honorable soldiers. Yeah, go ahead. I'll pick you up shortly. I will not take long. I will not die. I'll wait here for you. I feel alive when you're beside me. Well, no, galvanize no, but cunning and predator and cunning and pulse is already in it. If you're using my build, Hadi, you can already see that it's already like that. How do I stagger with guns? Revenant Omnicell, bro. The Revenant Omnicell can stagger. Guns have no natural stagger, which if you look at my video on how to interrupt behemoths with every weapon, the guns have no stagger. No innate stagger. Mostly people just use discipline. Or Revenant, but Revenant stagger is a bit harder. It requires more timing. But it is possible, yeah. So yeah, but aside from, in fact, the axe is one of the few weapons that I would say is also heavily reliant on Revenant and discipline. There's no other cell that works well for the axe because it just needs that boost from the Revenant and discipline omnis, because the axe itself is just naturally not very good as a weapon. So like its stagger is a lot harder to manage than people think. So yeah, that's why the axe doesn't have many variations in builds, because you're kind of locked into two styles and that's about it. And those two styles only have like a couple of choices for you as well. Like you can literally only use, for example, you can only run like discipline, and if you're running discipline you already have to run cunning, pulse, stuff like that. You can't use berserker on the axe. So yeah, it's just a very limited weapon in my honest opinion. It's strong, but for me as a content creator, I can't create that many builds for the axe because there's only a few that really work well. And that's just the end of the story. As you can see there, if your timing is not right, you still cannot stagger with Revenant, even if you want to, you know? That's just how it is. Whoa! So yeah, Revenant is not a solution for everything. And for, like, discipline is more accurate with the staggers, but Revenant can stagger, just so you know. It is possible for it to do so. Whoa, don't tell me I'm eternally falling. This is gonna be a hell of a bug. Check it out, guys. Woo! Woo! I became a superhero for a second. Somebody needs to clip that shit for me, please. That was a fucking funny ass clip. Yeah, see, if you get the Revenant tentacle on point, it will stagger. So yeah, just be wary of that. Again, this is where like technical knowledge comes in, sorta. You gotta know how everything works, which is annoying sometimes, but it can help. So yes, this is the way. Okay, Rage Tail, I'm now done with you. And how you doing today, Felix? I hope you're doing good. Come on, you storm nerd. Oh, come on. Storm nerd, huh? You can just kill me like this? Huh? That's what I thought. All too easy. Well, really, yeah, you can send it on Twitter, but thank you, Zeno, for clipping that. I'll just put it in my... I think you already did. Yeah, you already put in the stream clips. Don't tell me I'm eternally falling. This is gonna be a hell of a bug. Love it. But you can always send clips on Twitter. It's okay. Send yours as well, Relatable Illness. That superhero moment was fucking hilarious. I gotta post that. I'm saving all these clips that have been taken over the past few weeks, and I'm gonna post them like on days where I don't have enough time for a lot of content. I'm gonna like belt them all out on TikTok and YouTube Shorts. It's gonna be hilarious. Shit, I misinterpreted that attack. Double shit. Rushed me at the wrong time. You rusher. Now that was a good time. Understood. Allow me to do so as soon as I deal with this little bastard. No, don't touch me, Malky. You bad boy. I am glad you're doing well, bud. That's excellent. Damn it. Revenant was not up in time. Double damn it. Come on, at least let me empower myself. Haha. Now he's done for. Job good, job good. Yes, I saw it. I shall enjoy it. Legendary lantern aspect, Azerty? It's useless. It's totally useless. It was in the recent update. You can use Shrike's lantern. That's why a lot of people have been putting out Shrike's lantern builds. It's so stupid. Because if you build a build around one escalation, you are a fucking moron. Doing so is a terrible, terrible idea. Because the more that you build around one escalation, the more that you neglect other aspects of the game. Shrike's lantern is terrible. It only lasts for 10 seconds. It's useless in an actual fight, which is the problem that many slayers face. So I'm just gonna be real with you guys. That's why I don't have any builds that work around that, because it is utterly worthless. It has never, ever been worthwhile in any situation at all. It has literally been one of the worst lanterns in the whole game. Some people say, oh, but it's really good. You can put the whole team in there. But I don't see those people with successful YouTube channels or Twitch streams. I don't see those people with successful followings and fan bases. Nope. Do you see any of them with successful followings? I haven't. It's bullshit. Again, when you create a build, when you create something that is supposed to work, right? It must work in all circumstances. There is no, oh, well, I think it'll work here. I think it'll work that. No, 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 ladies and gents. Does not work that way. If something works, it must work across the board in all circumstances. That's the rule. Because if it doesn't work everywhere, then it sucks. So a lot of people have been doing like builds based around this legendary lantern aspect thing, which you may not even get. Like, it's luck and chance what amps you get, right? So you may not get this amp, but you build a build around it, and then what are you gonna do if you want to play something else? You have to change your build? Like, that to me is not a build. If a build works, it must work across the board. That's the Asian robot rule. That's why we build our stuff differently. Because at the end of the day, we want you to love and enjoy playing, not to feel stupid and weak constantly. That's the difference.
We need that energy back at Ramsgate. We don't need any more hypercharged behemoths in the mix. Good work. That's one less behemoth to deal with. But I doubt it'll be your last.
I took the wrong amp, but that's okay. Hello, Mr. Amaro. How are you doing? I hope you are doing well.
That's one behemoth that won't prey on these islands. And its energies will only help you in the next battle.
It is nice. If you get to stack up the right shields and the right amps, yeah. V-Ray possible. And that, unfortunately, did not hit. This build will be released in future, Mr. Tony. I never show builds on stream because people steal my content constantly to try and, you know, make money off it, stuff like that. So I no longer discuss or show builds on stream. Wait till it's released on YouTube. It'll be released once it's finished. It is currently in testing. Once testing is completed, it will be released and of course available for public consumption. If you want to see it faster, then legit the only way is to speed up my testing by, you know, donating. If people donate more, what I will usually do is I'll spend additional time finishing off builds and stuff like that. No problem. No problem. Like I say, I do this for a living, so the more people pay for content, the faster it comes out. When people don't pay, then I have to dedicate different hours to making money, stuff like that. So yeah, that's the basic system here. But if not, don't worry, it gets released when it's ready. So like I said, unless somebody says I want to see it now, here's the money. Okay, I'll finish the testing. I mean, I still finish the testing before I release it. I never release anything unfinished, but I'll probably like spend additional hours on it. God damn it, Scrave, you little piece of shit. How dare he just shoot me? And I don't know if this is your first time here, but all Asian robot builds are good. So if it's your first time here, Mr. Tony, welcome. Welcome to the best and only Dauntless channel that is actually current and has good builds. If it's not your first time here, I hope you'll enjoy my new stuff, because we're always working on something new, usually. Ah, it's your first time. Okay, welcome, welcome. Yep, if you haven't tried an Asian robot build before, we actually have dozens that are already available on the channel. So if you don't want to wait for this one, or if you're new to the game, we've got builds to help you out if you're new. If you're already experienced with the game, we've got plenty of endgame builds. Give them a try. You can search on the channel for a lot of different stuff. Like if you want repeater builds, just search repeaters. Anything after patch 1.80 is still valid, except for the chain blades. Chain blades were reworked in 1.83, so every chain blade build after 1.83 is valid. So yeah, and if you're ever confused about builds or you need like us to point you in the right direction, go ahead and ask. Everybody here is more or less experienced with my builds. Yay. Hey, shoot. Well, are you new to the game or are you an experienced player, Tony? There are plenty of Warpike builds, but when did you start Dauntless? Do you have all your legendaries? If you don't have any legendaries, like, you gotta give me a bit more detail here, because like I said, my channel caters to slayers of all skill levels, but we need to know what skill level you're actually at. So like I said, if you're gonna tell me you're new, then we'll recommend something that, you know, somebody who's newer might be able to use well. If you're already experienced, you've got all your legendaries and stuff, you're all good. Star Fox, no, you can have every loadout be the same element. It doesn't matter. Elements don't matter in this game. Elements are bullshit. The only time elements matter, Star Fox, is in two activities: Dauntless Trials, Heroic Escalations. These are the only two places where elements matter. Other than that, it's pointless. You have most of the legendaries except something. Okay, it doesn't matter. If you've got most of them, no problem, Xena. I'll see you later. If you've got most of them, start here. This is one of the most famous Warpike builds. Hang on, wait. There it is. Oh, it just hit 10k views. Nice. All right, Tony. This is one of our most famous Warpike builds. It's still used by a lot of users to this very day. It is extremely strong. After that, you can just search the channel for Warpike and see if you want to try other stuff. There's plenty of Warpike builds, and as Chair said, every single build is good. All right, so I hope that answers your question. Try this one out first. If you don't like it, come back. There are plenty of other recommendations, but that one is one of the most famous. Let's see, what else? Okay, I already answered the Mighty Xernunos. Oh yeah, I should probably smoke that Blaze Escalation. I'm gonna dim my screen for a second because I gotta make sure that everything is sorted out. Yes, I'm glad that you enjoy my build, Mr. Umbra. All Asian robot builds are designed to help you destroy the world, so, you know, have fun, man, have fun. That's what we're all about. Oh, there's nothing wrong with sucking. Just gotta remember that, you know, That's part and parcel of life. You suck at things, but then you bring it back. There you go, there's Boog, my most fervent cultist. He is a good fellow. Hello, Angel Fabella. Welcome, welcome. You know what, I'm just going to play this and experiment, because why not? Why not, yeah? This is the fun way to do things. Suck and bring it back, wise words. Lol. Miss Eve. Okay, last but not least, we're gonna need... I believe we're gonna need a bit of that. How do I come up with my builds? I'm a genius. But I'll tell you, honestly, it's all about mathematics. If you know the math behind it, it's easy to do. But that takes work, effort, studying, so, you know, I just simplify it. That's how I make my money off it. Because basically, I know that people are willing to consume content. So yeah, that's how I come up with my builds. If you want more detailed information, pay me thousands of dollars and I'll happily teach you. But it'll cost you. Okay, I'm gonna do the Heroic Blaze Escalation and try something. Just because I can. Heroic Blaze Escalation with no tonics, of course. Because, as you all know, I'm a shiny golden glorious god. And before I go into this, I'm gonna do my push-ups. Let's go. I need to maintain my muscles. Oh, I appreciate that, River Heath. Look at you. Well, Angel, welcome to the best and only Dauntless channel. Well, that amuses me. You can ask him if he is a dirty nut rag. But yeah, good. Welcome to my videos, Angel. Like I said, this is the only Dauntless channel that actually has real content. All of the others are pretty much lying to you. You'll be able to see that after you try out our stuff, but yeah, welcome. Give our stuff a try. No problem, Tony. Like I said, we got the best stuff. That's happened before, Panago. If you have a proper Asian robot build, it's not a problem. Which is the key to the whole thing. Always have a proper build. The lack of a proper build is what kills Slayers. Nothing else. If you don't have a proper build, everything is difficult. How do you remember the attack patterns? I'm God. Practice, dude. Come on. Every game in the world is the same, right? The more you practice, the better you get. So you want to remember attack patterns, go practice. And of course, if you have a good Asian robot build, everything is easy. If you don't have an Asian robot build, Angel, then that's why you struggle. Because everybody in the... Okay, so most of the creators will lie to you. Because they want you to be weak. Because that way you will pay them more money. I don't do that. I'm different. My content is available for free. But those who really want to support me, they will pay so that I can keep my channel running. And Wuka, it depends on the build. If you see it in a build, use it. If you don't see it in a build, obviously don't use it. There's no such thing as a good combo paired with each other. That doesn't exist. And never ask that question ever again. Because it is the dumbest question in history. Don't ever ask that question, because if you ask that question, it means that you do not think about how cells work. No offense intended. This is just a very big mistake that everybody always makes. Are these two cells good together? What makes you think they're good together? What circumstances are you talking about? There are so many different circumstances in Dauntless, and you have to account for all of them. Why do you think Asian robot builds are special? Because we take all of that into account. We don't ever give you stuff that doesn't work. Because we know exactly how it is. We know that, yes, some things only work in certain circumstances, and that's the difference. So be wary of asking whether something is good in a particular combination. That may not always be the case. It really is dependent upon the circumstances of the situation itself. So just be a little, you know, knowledgeable about that, because otherwise you're gonna be screwed over and you won't even know that you're being screwed over. You get what I mean? Well, you better have an Asian robot build. Everyone here better, because everyone here will do best when you have an Asian robot build. When you don't have one, you will suffer. But at the end of the day, it's your choice whether you choose to follow us or not. And my favorite weapon, Tony? All right, well, my dear fans, tell him what my favorite weapon is. Also, that is another question nobody ever asks, because everybody should know. Everybody should know what my favorite weapon is, if they're fans of the channel. So, fans, tell him, what is my favorite weapon? All of you should know the answer to this. Anyone who doesn't know the answer to this should be executed. Ha! Love it, River Heath. How you doing, by the way? Yes, it is the chain blades. That's why never ask that question. If you ask that question, it is a sign that you are not a true fan. Because every fan knows it's chain blades. You are on the money, Mr. Illness, because that is what it is. That is the exact question that I asked. What do I want this build to do? What do I need it to achieve? Hey, Morris, good to see you. That is the question I always ask, and that is why my builds work, because I always ask that question. What do I need this build to do? Will it do what I need it to do? And will it do it well? Okay, if I choose not to run this build, how will it affect me? You see? These are the questions you must ask. You're right, it works across all games. Hey, Kings, what's up? Bruno, you should definitely get an Asian robot build. Welcome to the best and only Dauntless channel that matters. Other people will tell you, Mr. Bruno, Asian robot, oh, he's an asshole. He tells people not to watch other people's content. He just wants to keep everybody to himself. Do you know why Dauntless is the only game where I tell people, don't bother watching other people? It's because they all lie to you. You can see it for yourself. Try an Asian robot build and then try one of their builds that they post out. Try one of the stuff that, you know, that they do. Try anything and see the difference for yourself. Yeah, no problem. I'm happy to help. Listen, at the end of the day, you know, try for yourself. When's the next food stream? This Friday, bro. I always stream it on a Friday. Why, you want to join me for the Curricano? I tell you, I'm buying that until the end. What was my very first build? Check on the channel and see. And also, never ask that question or I'll kill you. Asking any questions like that? No, no, no. You guys should memorize this information as a fan. Understand? You ask me that question again, I'll have to kill you. You watch videos at double speed? What the hell? How far back is that? Find out for yourself, kings. Find out for yourself. Search. Search. And lol, Morris. Well, I am glad that you found the solution at least. I don't know how anyone can watch at 2x speed, but that is some serious business right there. Kudos to you for being able to do it, man. That's the kind of shit I hear about in 4chan green tech stories, but never in real life. So like, there's actually somebody here who actually watches shit at 2x speed. Lol. But hey, if it helps with your ADHD, then good. I'm happy it helps. Do I like Popeyes? How dare you even ask me that question? Asking me anything personal is forbidden and shall result in your execution, so... The fact that Wuka dares to ask me that question means that Wuka must now be banned for life. Goodbye, my friend. I'm sorry. But you know the rules. You must never ask me anything. Asking me questions is forbidden. But no, I will never answer. Exactly. Exactly, relatable illness. We believe in nurturing information, knowledge, and kicking people in the head. And jaws. Check your local museum for the first Asian robot build. What, did I build structures? Exactly. See, Morris, you get it, man. See, I knew you were gold. Yeah, Morris is right. That's exactly the questions that you should be asking. My lord, what do we sacrifice in your name? And I would say cheese Twizzlers or something like that. I don't know. I'm good at Dauntless. Do you know any good tips? If you're good at Dauntless, why would you need tips? You alright there, Mr. Angel Fabella. You're good at Dauntless. Why would you need any good tips? You just said, I am good at Dauntless. Wow. So why would you need tips? Might need to lay off the sauce there, my buddy. If you're good, you don't need tips. You already said, I'm good at Dauntless, right? Oh, is that so? Interesting, kings. Interesting. Autocorrect in general screws everybody over. Don't worry, it's not just on the iPhone. To be at robot level, huh? Well, the first thing I would say, Mr. Zavi, is that if anybody wants to be at my level, the first thing you learn is never say that you're good. Always let people know. Because if you say that you're good, isn't that bragging? So then why would you need anything from me, right? Those who brag or those who hold themselves above others will always be beneath them. That is the truth of the nation. Because at the end of the day, if you're that good, prove it. We're a nation of action, never words. Are you, Zavi? Are you? We shall see, Mr. I play Valorant 24 hours a day. Hey, listen, man, that Hurricano is gonna be good. I can't wait, personally. Yeah, this is heroic. Of course it is. Soloing a heroic is like the easiest thing. You're new to Dauntless. Alright. If you're new to Dauntless, what weapon do you like? If you like a particular weapon, we will give you the right build to start you off. Because when you're new to Dauntless, the first thing you need to know is what build should I construct, right? And the first build that everyone constructs is normally an easy build for my channel. The easy build will help you start to farm your legendary weapons and stuff like that. You better hold me above you. What would my favorite weapon be? The paddle. My favorite weapon is the chain blades. Dude, I love the Hurricanos, man. They're crazy. Come on, Zozo, you know me. You should know my favorite weapon is chain blades only. So yeah, start off by telling us what weapon that you like, Angel, and we will show you the right build. Sorry, Tony. Please let me handle this type of questioning because if more people ask a question, the person might get confused. So in these circumstances, please allow me to answer the question, and that way we will teach them the proper robot methodology. Because whether they like big DPS or speed is kind of irrelevant because they're new. So we must get them started the right way. So I hope you don't mind, but yeah, please leave that sort of question and answers to the streamer themselves. I will take care of it. Unlike other streamers, I constantly read my chat, so nobody answers on my behalf. Unless they're a mod. Only mods can answer on my behalf, so hope you don't mind. Stream rules. Thank you for understanding. It's very important because you see, other streamers, they don't give a shit, so they let their chat answer. But here in the Robot Nation, we have a special methodology for everybody, and that's why I personally answer every question. Kings, everybody in chat better use my own build. Asking that question will get you into a timeout, all right? Never ever question anything in the Robot Nation, all right? Everybody here either uses my builds or they shut their mouth. Heroics are for the crowns. People do it because you can get the special heroic crown. So yes, enjoy the naughty corner for a while, Kings. You should know better than that. There are some questions that I just won't tolerate because they are stupid questions. And you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. And, oh my dear Zoe, you are not wrong. But my favorite weapon is not the paddle because I enjoy spanking, but I enjoy using my hands for that. And only with my partner, of course. So, no, my favorite weapon shall remain the chain blade. Okay, time to knock this guy down. Come on. Come on, Mr. Blaze Rezakiri. This guy is the so-called king of the Blaze Escalation. Well known for his difficulty and annoying existence. That is true. That is true. Although I'm gonna start a witch doctor, just to clear the seasonal stuff because I think it'll be funny. Now they use spiders apparently, so I'm looking forward to seeing that. But yes. Everyone in chat in general should be using an Asian robot build because if you're not, then you have no reason to be here. You should be watching other people, I would say. So, Kings, I hope I will never hear that sort of wording out of your mouth ever again. Or else, I will kill you. Or, well, if I am lazy, I'll just send Zoe to kill you. One of the two. Yes, blood for the blood god, which is me. That is assuming that Gato has nipples, my dear friend. Which he doesn't, so... I'm very worried if you think he does. Warpike, huh? Okay. Then you'll be looking for the easy Warpike build, Mr. Angel. So, let me finish off this Blaze Rezakiri, and I will link you to the easy Warpike build. Oh dear. I always forget that that one attack is a one-shot in the heroics. Do be careful of that. In the heroics, there are very few one-shot attacks, but that is one of them. That is the only attack, one of the few only attack other than Thunderdeep Dras, Bloodshot Shroud that can actually one-shot you. So you want to be a bit careful. I forgot that the stupid Blaze Rezakiri does that in here. My bad. But then again, I'm also testing out this, which is a little bit different to what we normally do for heroics. Okay, that is done. Torx Fury. Okay, easy Warpike, yeah? Tony, just make sure you're using an Asian robot build. If you're just talking about the 10 to 50 escalation, if you're using an Asian robot build, you will have no trouble with him. Mr. Angel, here's the build that you need. Build this build first no matter what. Fully power surge it, and that's all the tips you need for Dauntless. Once you have this build, you're good. Tony, if you have your legendaries, go build an Asian robot build. Once you have it, you'll be able to handle it. If you still can't, right, look for the easy build for whatever weapon it is you're using. The easy builds are designed for beginners to get used to the game, so you can always construct them. They're very easy to make and very good in general. So that is probably where you want to start. No problem. Always happy to help. Like I said, delivering real content to Slayers is what we do. Yes, you are free now. And I can put you back in prison easily. I'm just testing some shit, but honestly, if you want to get through this, make sure that you use the one that's already been released, alright? I believe it's called Heroic Chainblade build. That is the one that was released in patch 1.83 for the Blaze Escalation. You can use that for safety because that one's already fully tested. Right now, I'm just testing some other shit that I'm lazy to test outside of this, so I'm actually doing experimental shit that you really shouldn't be doing. The build that's already posted is far superior because that one will get you through this easily. This I'm just messing around with. Number one, because I can. Number two, because it's hilarious. Which I often do, to be fair. I tend to like doing wild shit like that. But what I would say is that compared to the original one that I made, this is a piece of shit. This is actually quite bad. And I would not normally have made something like this if not for the fact that I just really, really wanted to test stuff. Because you never ever compromise on certain things, and unfortunately this build compromises on a lot of them. So that is not healthy or useful to slayers. And hello and good night, Mr. Kai. How dare you stop in for less than 10 hours? If you dare to attend my stream only for 2 minutes, I will have to execute you and your family. It's an insult. You must stay at my stream for 10 hours at a time. That's the only way. Even if my stream only lasts 2 hours, you must watch it 5 times. This is the true way to be cool. Yes. See, that's the way, Kai. Now you can stay up for 10,000 years. Then when you realize that the sun has come up, you will grab a 5-hour energy and then carry on. Okay, almost done here. Not that high, not that high. I mean, okay, the hit point scaling is high, but only because like they had to make it difficult, so it's no different than each of them. Think of each of them as about the same as a Trials Behemoth, you know? It's not like super difficult or anything. It's not crazy difficult. It's just relatively tougher. Yeah, of course I'm doing a Heska. Now here, the only thing you have to be aware of is the monkey drops. So just be careful of that. Torg has more AoEs, but he's easy enough to kill if you know what you're doing. See that? That's the extra AoE that he'll have in Heroics, which can get you killed. But if you're not a moron, well, you should be able to do enough cool shit. Yeah, Landbreaker Torg. I mean, they gave him some fancy schmancy name, but he's still just a fucking monkey. Depends. You can try it in trials, but honestly, trial builds, the way that I build trial builds is more specific. Wounding isn't necessarily always the best way in trials. So just be very, very aware of that, Tony. I release a trial build every week on Friday or whatever, because that usually shows people what to do. You can choose to follow it. It's usually considered very good. It's often the best. But that is just for clearing the trial. For top timings, I help members cheese it by showing them how to do so with a particular weapon. That's the cheese build available to members. And for like, if you really want to get the top 1 in Dauntless, that requires you to be maidenless and a total virgin and just play for about 10 hours a day. Because you would have to spend that amount of time on the trials to get a perfect run. A truly perfect run. No defensive cells, cannot take a single hit, blah, blah, blah. It's very boring. Up to you if you like that kind of thing though. But yeah. Trials are not that difficult. So honest to God, for trials, you can just use the clear build. It's just super easy to do so, and it usually doesn't require a lot of effort. How the hell? That knocked him down. What the fuck? Lame. I was supposed to be invulnerable during that attack. Anyway, doesn't matter. This game, I swear, sometimes it just does fucked up shit. Things that are supposed to be don't happen, and things that aren't supposed to be do happen. This is just testing. There's already a build for Heroic Blaze Escalation. It was released in patch 1.83. That one is fully tested and works better. I'm just messing around with this one because I wanted to see what I could do with particular setup, but this is not a proven build. This is just a test. The actual one that's already been released is from, like I said, from patch 1.83. You can apply that anytime because that one still works. It's still the same. These heroic escalations do not change. So yeah, they're still the same builds that were around. Oh my god! As you can see, the big problem is that like this one, compared to the original heroic build, has less survival, which is so stupid because that sit down attack is a one shot without the full 1,600 hit points. And that is if I include parasitic, but you know, that is very, very annoying because the torque, like I might actually die on the next one, which is where if torque will do a double splash attack, which is really, really annoying. So yeah, like this particular landbreaker thing, yeah, I have to like super dodge it now, which is annoying because having to do that is just wasting extra time. No, I don't, Extreme Dream, because that is so useless. Look for my full support build. You can use it with any weapon, although I demonstrated it with repeaters. That full support build is way better than using the medic helmet because the medic helmet's a piece of shit. The artificier build is considered way better. So yeah, the medic helmet is useless. Of course it is. I'm the best. If I wasn't the best, then watching me would be shit. Okay, now this one is where the problems start. Because this attack, right? Normally, he does one slam, which you can dodge through. Second one comes here. And having to do that is just annoying. Because now I have to play like semi-perfectly. And normally I don't like to do that. Because if I'm streaming, I like to relax. Galactic Shard. It will tell you which creature it's an epic drop from. Kill that creature. And when you're killing that creature, break all the parts of the creature. Miss Mona. So yeah, that is the way to get the Galactic Shard. Because the more parts you break of the behemoth, the more you will be able to get your epic drops. If you do not continuously break parts, you'll have more difficulty getting the epic drops. Because every time you break a part, it rolls. Think of it as rolling a loot drop. Yeah, so you have a chance to get either your rare part or your epic part, whichever. I'm glad you enjoy your Monster Hunter Rise. Whew, almost got my ass kicked there. What's the best weapon for farming parts? Repeaters. In fact, there's something called a fast part break build for both repeaters and chain blades on my channel. So again, everything you need you'll find on this channel. You just need to look. Because we have everything for every Slayer. The best of the best is here, and we guarantee it. Lol, look at this relatable illness. Still not even a member, and yet he talks so much about games. One day, one day. One day. Such a distinct lack of support. Yeah, and yes, I'm guilt tripping you because I can. Relatable. No. Tony, I do not have a ranking video, and I'll tell you why. Ranking videos are the worst thing in Dauntless. Never ever rank weapons. And I'll tell you why. Every single weapon in the game works the fucking same. It depends on your skill. I'm very good with chain blades. Somebody else might not be. Somebody might be better with the warpike than I am. If I were to rank chain blades above the warpike, that is literally me feeding false information to you. Any creator that does a weapon ranking video is a fucking moron. Unsubscribe from their channel, ignore all their videos because they're lying to you. This isn't COD. This isn't Call of Duty. This is not like Diablo 3 where certain classes will outperform in seasons due to patches, things like that. Doesn't work that way. Trials have their own ranking, and in fact it also depends on the behemoth. Because some behemoths you'll see that Warpike is the top. Sometimes you'll see Aether Strikers at the top. Sometimes you'll see Sword or Chain Blades is the top. Hey Kaz. My lovely wife there. So never ever watch a weapon ranking video in Dauntless. Any of you, if I catch anybody watching a weapon ranking video or asking for a weapon ranking video, I will personally go to your house, shoot you in the head. Because this is the one game where weapon ranking does not exist. Sometimes it's me you see on the top. Rex. No. Please do not spread lies and misinformation on the channel, or else I will have to personally kill you. Okay, good. Kiazi, how are you? Hey, honey. Is WhatsApp working? 'Cause I don't see a reply. No, I won't be, Billy boy. I will have to personally kill you for that statement. But no, weapon ranking videos are the dumbest thing ever. If anyone follows a weapon ranking video, you will literally be gimping yourself. Don't worry. I appreciate the donations, helping my family this month. Yeah, no worries. I got you. Are you very busy at work today, my dear? But yeah, weapon ranking videos are literally the worst thing that you can ever see in Dauntless. Again, I'll tell you, anyone who does a weapon ranking video is a fucking moron. Like, I've seen so many creators do, this is a weapon ranking video. If you watch that, you'll be like, oh, so this is a S tier weapon, that's so cool. Then you're gonna use it, and then you realize that it's an S tier weapon from his perspective. What if you are good with the lowest tier weapon? I'm personally shit with the hammer. But it doesn't mean that the hammer is an F tier weapon. No, it doesn't mean that chain blades are S tier weapon. There are hammer users that would put me to shame. Because the hammer does some of the highest damage in the game, plus stagger. So it really comes down to whether you know your stuff, and that's why you won't see fake information on this channel. There's only one policy that I have with my channel. 100% real information all the time. Anything that I put out must be provable, scientifically tested. Pretty much, Kai. That's the big problem. If we were talking about COD, then I would say totally. I would say yes, 100%. Why? Because in COD, certain weapons have a better TDK than others, which means yes, if you really want to sweat that hard and be meta, you have to use that weapon. Even then, there's some room for preference because some people are just not good with that weapon. Some people prefer assault rifles, so they use an A-tier assault rifle instead of the SS-tier god meta weapon, or an LMG. Some people prefer snipers. There are still choices, even within that, but weapon rating in that type of game is very important. What is the most important cell that I use in most of my builds? Extreme Dream, the first thing I'll tell you is never ask that question. Because there's no such thing as a most important cell. It's bullshit. Each build can be different. There are some cells that you'll see in every single build, yes. But even then, there might be a random build at one point which will just not use that cell. Why? Because each build has a specific purpose. So I never tell people, this is the most important cell that you use in all your builds. No. Because there'll be some builds that exclude that cell completely, which is very, very important. You must understand that. There is no such thing as a favorite cell. What you must do instead is ask yourself, is this build correct? Is this build, proper? Is this a particular cell that will help this build? You see? So that is the question that I ask in every single build that I do. And that's why Asian robot builds beat everybody else. Because it means that I understand what the build is designed for, and therefore give you the best possible experience with that build. That's okay, Zoe. You can choose not to use Predator. I will judge you and call you a noob for life, but it's okay. You don't have to use it. But you will forever be a noob. I know, but that is why I must now judge you for life. Panago, refresh the stream. There's 22 likes on the stream, dude. Judging Zoe, judging. Okay, do you see my judging lasers? These are my judging lasers that emerge from my eyeballs to judge you. Judging lasers. You asked for that cell ranking video, all right? I'm gonna put you in the timeout box because there's no such thing as a cell ranking video. In fact, you're going in the timeout box for asking that question. How the hell would anyone ask for a cell ranking video? There's no such thing. Cells have, okay, there are some cells that are trashed here that would never get used. But if I start ranking cells, right, I would be as much of a fucking moron as everybody else out there. Here's why. Okay, imagine I do a video like this, all right? Okay, picture this. Picture this bullshit. Okay? Hey there guys, it's the Asian Robot here on another video, and today I'm gonna be talking about cell ranking, alright? So, first of all, I'm gonna tell you guys that I'm a fucking moron who knows nothing about math, so, because I really like this one cell called Predator, I'm gonna make it an S-rank cell, because this cell deserves to be in every single build. Also, guess what? Because I play flawlessly and I have that level of skill, I'm gonna put Berserker as another S-tier cell. Why? Because it's in almost all of my builds. It gives great raw damage. Fuck the fact that it reduces my hit points and that it's not suitable for some players. I'm gonna put that as another S-rank cell. Now, here are all the defensive cells in the game. These defensive cells are trashed here because guess what? I'm a flawless player. I'm better than you guys. Therefore, I totally am gonna put every defensive cell in a D tier because you will never see it in an Asian Robot build. Oh my god. Making a video like that would be the dumbest thing. It would be the dumbest thing in history. Can you imagine a cell ranking video? Anyone who makes a cell ranking video is even more of a moron than anyone who would make a weapon ranking video, and I'll tell you that straight up. Alright? There is no fucking such thing as a cell ranking video. Why? Because some people you know? And of course, I was joking around earlier with Miss Eve, but like she doesn't prefer Predator, all right? And that's okay. So she's currently using my sword spin to win build. It doesn't feature Predator. It features Rage, Berserker, Tenacious. Let me know if I'm correct on that. But that is what that build features. And that build slaps for her because it is suitable for her playstyle. Makes sense, right? That is why there are different builds for different things, because not every Slayer plays the same. Every person in the world is an individual. They've got their own intricacies, and that's why it's my job to create these builds that work for different people and understand the mindset behind it. That's why I am not the type of person that'll say, okay, so only this is gonna work? Like, if you don't use Predator and Berserker, then you're like a fucking moron. And you gotta like use my creator code, okay? So like you gotta buy all this shit from Dauntless and then use my creator code so that I get extra cash, okay? So that's why you should watch my cell ranking video, because clearly this is the most important video ever. Who the fuck would do that? Not me. I have a brain. I have cells in my brain. I am not a koala brain. I would have considered it if I was younger, Tony, but for me, I prefer being a streamer. Listen, I'm fine with just talking with you guys, all right? That, and I like being around my darling too much. And texting my girl. Cutting on an axe build? Well, Holler, are you using the Asian robot axe build? Because if you're not, then that's probably where you want to start. Tony, I'm very entertaining to watch. Why do you think everybody's here every day? Because I'm funny as fuck. You should definitely come to my other streams too. So Holler, make sure you're always using an Asian robot build. If you're not using an Asian robot build, you're gonna struggle. Love you too, Kaz. What's the hardest behemoth in the game? None of them. Technically, it's Bloodshot Shroud, but none of them actually. If you're using an Asian robot build, they're all easy. Pretty much why I stream on YouTube instead, Tony. YouTube is way better for a creator like me. Hey, you can spit out whatever you like, Miss Eve. As long as it's away from me. It's all good. all right. Now, we received some donations. So in case you guys didn't know, I'm a rapper. All right. I think you guys deserve a rap. But, oh, Dauntless in general is toxic, Johnny. Like, come on, man. Hey, man, I always have confidence. All right. Like I say, $40, I go shirtless. You know, I got confidence in my body. I got confidence in everything. But I think you guys deserve a rap. So I knew me and Kaz would say the same thing. So for everybody who just donated to my stream, this is my main man, Gato Gato, all right? If you guys don't know Gato Gato, you're about to know him. And I'm about to rap for you guys. So y'all better be ready. Yep, sick beats incoming. For those of y'all that don't know the robot man himself. What are you doing? Huh? What are you doing? All right, feel me. From album 1.5, baby. Hey folks, I think y'all need an intro to the Mafia. Cause we about to do a G-Mix right here. Hey, you know, if you don't know who I am, I'm the Avocado Man. Damn right. And I'm gonna be on the first verse. So y'all ready for this? Hey. Yo, I'm the avocado from the west coast, bitch, they call me Gato Gato, cause I'm the most gangsta G to ever walk your streets. When the boys are in town, better watch your feet. I'm the one bringing straight fire. If you fuck with my beat, then I want lighters up in the crowd, raise them all high, wave them all to the broadside, cause I fuck with the Mafia fam tonight. Yo, we coming in hard with the Gato verse, Mafia fam, throw it up for the hate her. So many haters all sleeping in a row. Bitch, you know they be quiet when I'm on the flow. So honestly, yeah, I don't have to kill it. I'm just a young G starting up a mosh pit with the old school vibes to relax and jive. Yeah, we all know that we old school gangsta G's with the hard flow. People always thinking to step, but they never realize they be sounding like pussy so wet. Lips flapping in the wind with their bitch ass talk. Yeah, you talk a big game till we shoot for your block. You better realize that right now we playing, or you're gonna have a case of the cold floor laying, bleeding out hard from the impact wounds. I'm cold to the core when I bust their goons. They wanna talk big when they're safe in the cage. They cry real quick when I'm up on stage. God damn, you know I'm not playing tonight. Got OG up here with the rep tonight. I can be Mafia if I'm not death ready, so I bust back even under fire that's heavy. I'm an old school G from the time of Pac. I would rather get clapped when the fires start. I would rather blaze out in the glorious days, cause the only doc I want is Dr. Dre. Yeah, we all know that we old school gangsta G's with the hard flow. People always thinking to step, but they never realize they be sounding like pussy so wet. Lips flapping in the wind with their bitch ass talk. You talk a big game till we shoot for your block. You better realize that right now we playing, or you gonna have a case of the cold floor laying. God damn, I never really knew you was that hard. Man, you're making me sound like the G card. Guess I gotta bust on my next diss track, or the robot nation might be losing respect. Man, I got your back. Mafia fam never really have regrets. We don't live for the drama cause we live for the fights. When we go off the chain, man, we go for your life. If you see me, better fucking give me 5 feet, cause my heart is stone cold when I'm bringing the heat. I don't sweat when I have to sit and watch a man die. I'll crack a fucking smile when the light leaves the eyes. Yeah, we all know that we gangster G's with the hard flow. People always thinking to step, but they never realize they be sounding like pussy so wet. Lips flapping in the wind with their bitch ass talk. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Thank you for the donations today, by the way. I appreciate you all. And now I'm gonna do more push-ups, you know, gotta maintain my buffness before I go back to leveling. Oh, I already finished the heroic escalation, didn't I? Let me think. What weapon do I want to play next? Since I already finished the repeater leveling. Actually, did I? I'll just double check. Uno momento, my dear friends. Oh, it just needs a little bit more XP, which is fine. I can get that in a little while. Do any members need to join me for leveling? If you guys are, just let me know. I'm going to swap around to something else for a little while. Oh, I'm always on fire. But thank you for appreciating it. I need to test something different. Let me see. What was I thinking about? This. Okay. And then we have this, that's fine. Give me a sec, I gotta keep this dark, alright? Thinking to myself, will this work? Will this work? It may not. In which case, that is a bit more annoying. Should work though. Spin to win will always clap. More people have recognized me. Okay, let's go test this. I want to see if it will work right. Oh, you're level 14. Good. Enjoy. Enjoy. Enjoy thy speed. Yeah, do it, Tony. Do it. Just let people know where it comes from. Let people know about my channel. As long as you give the channel credit, post as many clips as you want on TikTok, man. Everything helps. Posting me on social media helps tremendously. You get the name out of you get the name of the nation out, it just benefits more people and more players. That's the way. All right. I'm gonna try something weird. I don't know if it'll work, but I'm gonna try it anyway. I'm thinking about this for quite some time. Not bad. Hello, Agil. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. This is working better than expected, to be fair. I am interested. Let me continue killing. I think there will be some good stuff here. This should work nicely. Where is Rage Tail? Let's push it a little further. Thank you for subscribing. Oh, look at him just sliding me off the map. Nasher, your tail's in the way, you slapper. Okay, let's go back to Ramsgate and we'll go to a higher level area for more efficient testing. In the meantime, more push-ups. Feels good. Got to maintain my awesome muscles, since you know I can piss people off more in my videos. Oh shit, sorry, I cannot add this guy. Let me message him back. Crap, can I whisper this guy? Don't know how to whisper him. Damn it. I wanted to let him know that I only add channel members. Is Adrenaline good on Axe build? My recommendation again, follow the builds on my channel. If you see Adrenaline in the build, use it. If you don't see Adrenaline in the build, don't use it. Because there's good stuff, there's bad stuff. I wouldn't say for sure it's 100% must use. Because there are ways, there are alternatives, there are other ways around it. Again, the builds on my channel are fully tested. So that is my recommendation. Follow the ones that are already out. Because if you don't follow those, you probably will have a much worse time with the axe. Like I said, you can try it for yourself. Again, the recommended builds are far better. I don't think you missed anything, right? Nothing important anyway. But yeah, there's no way to just say to somebody, yes, this cell is great on this weapon. It doesn't work that way. Depends on the build. What I will also tell you is that the axe has very few builds. There's only a few that's ever been released since patch 1.80 because those are already the best. And they haven't changed since patch 1.80, so that's about it. That's literally like the best of the best. I'm never just leveling. Usually anyway. In this case, I can guarantee that I'm not. Yeah, so you have to keep getting your cells. In which case, right? If you just started, then what you need to be starting with is look for my easy build. If you really want to play the axe, like let's say you really like the axe as a weapon, which it seems to be the case, start with my easy axe build. I will link it to you after I kill this Scrave. That's why it's very important for people to examine what kind of place they are in the game. If you tell me you're new, I will be able to give you a more accurate build, because if you don't tell me you're new, then I don't know, right? So if you're new, then you'll need to start with my easy axe build, because that is the first build that axe slayers will make. So there's no point in using other builds because you don't have the cells or the legendary weapons or stuff like that. So if you started just 4 days ago, okay, you need to start with the easy axe build and stay in the hunting grounds until you have all the cells. The only cell that you won't get from hunting grounds is Berserker, but that's obtained in a different way. First things first, hunting grounds do lots of island events. You need to learn how to farm cells. There's a video on that. You need to learn anything on Dauntless. I have a video on it. I can guarantee you I have a video for everything. But first and foremost, here's the build you'll need. This is the easy axe build. This is the first build that all axe using slayers will start with. I mean, that's if you enjoy that. Okay. Of course I have an easy repeater build. Berserker cell, go up to Lady Lux. It costs you 150 steel marks per cell. Lady Lux store sells the Berserker cell. Which is why if you don't have Berserker, start with the easy build, Tony. Start with the easy build, then you can do normal trials easily. And then get your Berserker cell. Here, Billy, here's the easy repeater build. Every single build that okay, every weapon in the game I have an easy build for. It may not have changed since patch 1.80, which is honestly the last real major patch, but yeah, that easy build never changes because it's just designed to help you get started. It's a very simple basic build. It never usually changes. Once you use that, you're all good. The only time it changes is if something major happens to like one of the parts in that build and I have to alter it drastically, then I will remake a new one, but most of the time that doesn't happen. The only time it happened was to the sword in patch 1.84. That one required a new easy build because the sword, the UE of the original easy build, the unique effect of that sword, the Boreas, got nerfed heavily to the point that I had to totally make a new build. So Those are the only times that that kind of shit happens. Otherwise, never changes. So there you go. I hope that information helps you. But it slipped my mind, but I just remembered earlier in the stream somebody said that you guys will never be as good as me. That's not the case. In fact, most of you guys will eventually surpass me in skill if you keep playing and practicing. The problem is that Dauntless gets boring for a lot of people after about 2-3 months, so that's usually the biggest problem, because there's not much to do. So. And unfortunately the devs don't really care much. Hey Alpha, I'm doing really well. I recommend getting Berserker first. Don't worry about Leap. Leap is not important. In fact, you can start with the easy Warpike build, Tony. Because, yeah, it's 300 per week, so... Trust me, that's the only reason people have to play for 2 to 3 months, because it takes so long to get all your stuff. But when do trials reset? I mean, if a game cannot keep a player invested for 2 to 3 months, that's a huge problem. Most video games, the player base, if it's a MMO style game, or at least a game with some multiplayer social aspect, the games have to keep you occupied for like, there's no such thing as 500, dude. It's a max of 300. You can only get 300 per week. That's why it doesn't matter what objectives you complete, you just have to complete 3. So yeah, that's okay, Alpha. All that matters is that you are still a member. Thank you for continuing to support. But yeah, you cannot get 500. It's impossible, Tony. There's only 300. 300 is max. That I can guarantee you. Where if anyone told you 500, then they are a moron. Of course, I told you. Anything told to you by anyone that's not from this channel is a lie. Because all the real information is only on this channel, dude. Why do you think nobody else bothers with other Dauntless channels after they find mine? And why do you think everybody else tries to tell you that the AsianRobot's channel is the worst? Because this is the only place that Slayers get real information and get actually taught stuff about the game. They don't want you to be smart. They don't want you to be strong, because the second that you're strong and smart, you won't spend on them. Plain and simple. I don't function on that principle. For me, it's like, look, if people like my channel, they'll support it. If people don't like my channel, they won't support it. So I try to make sure people like my channel. Massive multiplayer online game, dude. That's good, man. I know. Because like I said, Syed, if they tell you the wrong thing, right, then you will keep visiting their streams and channels so that you will ask them for help. And if you ask them for help, then you have to play with them. So they can ask you for more. They can be like, oh, use my creator code when you buy this, or let's play together, stuff like that. Basically, they want you to hang around with them. You see, that's why they do so many giveaways for the hunt passes, stuff like that, because they don't have any way of attracting viewers. For me, it's different. I'm an actual gaming pro, so yeah. No problem, Ray. I'm surprised you didn't know, but yeah, it's called Massive Multiplayer Online Game, MMO. So yeah, basically for me it's different. You see, I'm an actual content creator, so for me what's important is to make sure that Slayers get the proper information, because I know that if people enjoy my content, it doesn't matter, they will stay. And even if they don't spend, at least I get ad revenue. So I try to make sure that I'm somebody that people will at least respect, or if nothing else, that they will think that I'm somebody that's good to spend time with. That is my goal. My goal is not to make a quick buck off Dauntless. I want to do content creation for life. And yes, you can, Miss Eve, but you cannot actually link. Only mods can share a link. So, and this is a YouTube thing, not my thing. So I have no way to give you permission to share a link. What you need to do is tell me which video to link him to, and I'll go find the video. It's easy. Like, it'll just take me a second or two. But yeah, oh, sadly only mods can post links. Nobody else. Savade is agile, but I mean, he's nothing if you got the right build. I mean, I'm 5 levels lower. It doesn't matter. And the only reason I'm even fighting something 5 levels higher is for stress testing purposes, which I actually described in my previous vid. Oh, the end game spin to win. No worries. Easy peasy. This is the one that Miss Eve is using, Tony. So yeah, the reason why there's so much misinformation, like I said, is just because players like who are new, they don't understand that they will be lied to. That's why everybody here, I always tell them, don't spend on the game. If you don't spend on the game, then the bad content creators die faster. So don't spend money on Dauntless, because they support racist partners. They support partners that don't know their stuff. They just want to lie to you. So it's not good to spend on them. The game is free to play anyway, and you can enjoy most of it for free. If you really want to buy cosmetics, you can. I'm not going to stop you. But here in the Robot Nation, we no longer spend on the game because we've been very disappointed with a lot of the stuff that has been done behind the scenes. And on top of that, if you want real information, my channel is the only one that gives it. You can test it for yourself. You can ask other people. They will always lie to you. And a lot of other people have said, oh, well, you know, I don't believe you. Then they checked out other content creators and they always come back. You know, some people were very rude to me, and in the end of the day, they quit Dauntless because there was no point in them coming back and they got banned anyway. You know, I'm a very strict person, but I'm always a very honest person. Like I said, test my information for yourself. If you need proof, test it for yourself. You will find that we do not ever lie here. Here, in fact, if somebody says something wrong, I will be the first one to correct them. That's why I answer all questions personally. Of course, other people are more than welcome to answer, talk, stuff like that, but I limit it to my mods and very trusted members like, you know, Miss Eve, other people like that. Because at the end of the day, I believe it's my job as a streamer to really answer all the questions, to do all the hard work. I'm not like other streamers where I just chill out and just don't do anything or don't even respond to chat half the time. Not my style. Like I said, I do this for a living. I do this as a job. This is how I make my money. So I'm expensive, but I'm the right person for most people. Ah, there's an island event. I'll just kill this Nasher first. Well, I'm happy to be the first content creator you came across, dude. But yeah, a lot of people, like, especially, they will try, you know. I would not be able to confirm or deny that holler. For me, the only reason I do that is to show to people that I'm 100% honest. I don't edit the videos because you'll notice a lot of creators do edit their videos. And I don't know what they do, but a lot of them have disguised the results, because if you look at the comments of some of these other people, a lot of people ask them, how come I can't do the same things you can? Or, you know, they used to say like, how come your damage seems different from what I'm getting, stuff like that. In fact, when I first got started with Dauntless, I used to follow other creators, and I found out that every single time I would use their builds, it didn't really work. So although I can't say how many people are doing that stuff now, because I don't watch anybody else, to be honest. Ever since I became a creator 1 year ago, I stopped ever watching other people's YouTubes. I'm too busy streaming and making my own content. But in the past, I would say that used to happen a lot. So right now, I always make sure to continue my channel policy of not editing certain things in the video, because there's no point in me editing the loading screen and then, you know, doing anything dishonest in the background, because you don't know when they cut the video, when they shifted the video, things like that. Because you'll notice a lot of them, they will cut here, then suddenly they're fighting a behemoth, this and that. No, I don't do that. 100% honesty. I show you, okay, I arrived in this island, I did nothing else, I went straight to the behemoth, that's it. I feel that it's a much more transparent policy, which is better for viewers, because they know that although it takes a bit of a longer time, they're getting 100% honest content from me. Oh, my stream's going good, Ashley. How are you today? I am just in the midst of testing something else, you know, enjoying the company of good people. That's about it. So yeah, I hope that helps to answer your question, Holler, as to why I do things the way I do. Again, for me, it's just a very important policy of honesty, which I feel is like the biggest key to my whole channel. You know, it's been the most important thing on my channel since forever. That honesty and trust that I have with my viewers means the world to me. So yeah. My answer to that would be some have. I will not name any specific person because that is not the way we do things here. We don't talk shit. We only deal with facts. But what I can certainly say is that several content creators have been racist to me. Several content creators have claimed to other people incorrectly that I provide false information. Several content creators have indeed lied to their viewers in certain videos. Like, for example, I remember there was this one guy, I don't know his name, don't even know who he is because it's other people that told me about this, but somebody once mentioned to everybody that Terra weapons suck. And a lot of people were afraid of using Terra weapons. I proved on stream over, I think, how many was it, Zoe? I think I proved it over 3 or 4 streams by using nothing but Terra weapons and completely destroying behemoths in seconds just by doing that. In fact, one of my builds, the Absolutely Broken Strikers, uses a Terra weapon. So yeah, that is how they try to do things, Syed. I wouldn't say everybody does it, but what I'll say is that the vast majority of content creators that I've had experience with have done so. And in fact, some content creators actually steal my builds. They steal my builds and just put catalyst on the build and say it's their own, which has happened several times, which also is why you'll see on my channel, I think you've noticed that I tend to darken my screen. If I wanna show a build or something, or if I'm changing something in the build, I will make my screen dark so that nobody can see what I'm doing. This is to protect my content and to stop people from stealing. Yeah, he is the biggest load of shit, but anyway, you know, he is what... I mean, he bought all his views, Ray, so everyone knows he's a view botter, because if he was making so much money, he would be full-time and doing way better than me, but he's not, and we all know that, so... yeah, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. It's just people being stupid. But everybody tries, I guess, in their own way to beat the system. But we don't do that here because there's no point in beating the system if you're beating it dishonestly. It'll be like, you know, cheating to become top #1 in Apex. Like, a lot of the cheaters in Apex, Warzone, they get banned. So what's the point of being #1 on the leaderboard or something like that and then you finally get banned? You know, not talking about Dauntless, I'm talking about other games. But it's just crazy. We don't name names here, Tony. Our policy is that we don't talk about other streamers or we don't talk about other content creators by name because they like to start drama. Several of my channel members have been harassed directly by people from the official Dauntless Discord for being on my channel. They basically are very toxic. So because of that, we have a simple channel policy. We don't name people by name. Oh yeah, Syed. You're lucky that you're not a Dauntless player because, like I said, one of their Dauntless partners is an actual racist. Like, he is admitted to being a racist. We have screenshotted evidence of him admitting to being a racist. Somebody asked him, "Are you a racist?" He said, "Yes." So, yeah. In fact, they blacklisted me, one of the only Asian content creators, in fact, the only Asian content creator. They blacklisted me from ever being a Dauntless partner. Why? Because they said they didn't like what I posted on social media, but honestly, I think it's racism. So that's my take on it. But in the end, it was better for me not to be a Dauntless partner because at the very least, I'm not trapped in this shithole. You know, I just do the content because people need me and I'm a good player. So I just do the content because people need me. And plain and simple, you know. It is BS, but it is what it is, man. Like I said, I'm not gonna fight. I'm not here to fight the system. I'm not here to make this my personal battleground. I'm not here to, you know, fight a war. I'm okay with it. Yeah, they did. Like I said, a lot. That's kind of, I guess, some people got bullied out of being my fans as well because, like, some people who know who hangs out. Hey, no problem, Zavi. You sleep well. I am the people's champ indeed. Yeah, a lot of people that meet me just stay for my content, you know, because they enjoy hanging around, stuff like that. For us, we've built a very wonderful community that, you know, it's a good place. It's honestly, genuinely a good place with good people. I like this place. It's a very nice place, you know. Yeah, they try to raid the stream and harass, but it doesn't work on us. Like I said, we are very peaceful and relaxed people. So if they come in, we just ban them and we move on. We don't go and hate them. We don't fight with them, because there's no point. You know, you get involved in fights, you're just making yourself look bad. And that's why nobody here likes the official Dauntless community anymore, because they've made themselves look so bad that everybody just stays away from that place, because it's literally only the toxic elite players who sit in there, and they're toxic to everybody. So many people have had negative experiences in that place, so much so that they don't even feel like they are welcome to play the game. But we are very different. We want to welcome people of all skill levels. That's why when I create my content, I also create content for people to start the game, get started, become strong, and then they can catch up with everybody else. That is the mentality that I have about this kind of stuff, because at the end of the day, I do content creation for a living. Dauntless isn't going to be the only game on the market. I play other games as well. And although most of my content is Dauntless based, it is important for me to diversify, because otherwise I'm just going to like screw myself over in future. Yeah, that's another problem. A lot of ladies have felt very uncomfortable amongst the official community because they are very sexist and very racist. Like, they've used the N-word in public on Twitter. We have proof of that. They used racial slurs. They call people by the R word, you know, which is also banned on YouTube. They kind of are, but it's not the company, it's the players. That's the thing. I cannot fully blame the company because the company hasn't outright stated that they're racist. But one of their community managers was definitely a racist, and he was the one that blacklisted me. I don't know if I'm still blacklisted, nor do I care. But yeah, that's why we don't spend our money on Dauntless. They don't care about you or their content anyway. So like, you'll see how slow their updates are compared to other games that are fully finished. And that's because Phoenix Labs is currently working on 10 different games right now. So Dauntless is just, although it's their only fully finished game, they don't even care about it. And they have never cared for a very long time. The last time we got a new weapon was 2 years ago. So although there are new behemoths, raid and escalation here, there's some content here and there, it's better to play this game as a casual and just don't give them any of your money. It's a lot more worth it. If you want to spend money, all right, you can think whatever you want of me for saying this, but if you want to spend money on this channel, because I can guarantee you there's more entertainment to be found on this channel than on Dauntless, and I will keep entertaining you. At least you get what you pay for. Up to you though. Like, I don't force anybody to pay. If they want to, they can. Like I said, I live on close to 1,000 a month. It's not very much, but hey, I'm still full-time on that, so I'm just waiting until I get big, because that's what I do every day. I grind. Yeah, it's very free-to-play friendly, so they have a good game. If only they didn't let the community become the way it was, then it would have been fine. But it is what it is, man. I think a lot of people don't know how bad it is, Foss, because they don't experience it firsthand. But like I said, if any of them try to talk shit, I literally have evidence and proof sent to me by their own friends. So a lot of these people thought they were being sneaky, talking in discords and stuff like that. But a lot of them like didn't realize that their own friends disapprove of their racism, and their friends took screenshots of the discords and then came to me and then told me, hey man, this is going on behind the scenes. I'm not in any of these discords. I don't know. I'm not even on Reddit. I don't have a Reddit account, you know? But people always come into me and they're always DMing me saying, hey Robot, this happened, you know, were you aware of this? I said, no, I'm not, but it's okay, fine, doesn't matter. Exactly, Ashley. We've all been waiting for a new weapon, but it seems that one will not be happening. I don't know why, but it is what it is. Like I said, again, I feel most disappointed for the community who does spend money. There are several players who do spend money on this game. I've seen them. they've got that stupid cash grab skin. In the past, did you know that the hunt pass would give you two free cosmetic skins? Then it became 1.5 cosmetic skins, and then now it's no free cosmetic skins in the hunt pass. You have to pay for every hunt pass. Yeah, Ray, it's really sad how often they use this, and they justify it by saying, well, he doesn't know my race, so of course I can use the word. No, dude. Even if you are of that race, you're not supposed to just use that word in a public setting. You're in a public space. Behave like a normal human being. You want to say it amongst your friends, you know? Then go ahead and do it. Oh, listen, Zoe, it's all good. I myself, me and my wife, we spend hundreds on this game. How do you think I've got all these skins? I spent before I knew anything. Before I knew that I was blacklisted. Before I knew that these people had done all these things to me behind the scenes that I didn't know about. Now that I know, I tell everybody, don't spend. Don't spend. I would if I had more time, Tony. At the moment, I'm trying to juggle the streaming and the YouTube content creation. But at some point, I like those people that help me take clips, right? They can DM me the clips on Twitter or Instagram, right? And you know, on days when I don't have many videos, I will pump out the clips on TikTok and YouTube, stuff like that. It's all planned, but I've also got my music to work on, which I'm very passionate about. So yeah, for me, I do want to expand, but at the same time, I have to make sure that I can balance my schedule. And right now, I've got a plan for a big move in the later half of the year, because in September, I've got to move to Australia for certain things. But the rumor was last year actually, but yeah, they canceled that. That's why I said I have a joke bet with my chat. See, I bet to my chat that they'll never release a new weapon. So if they ever release a new weapon and it's the bow, I've actually said that because that will be so good for the players, I'm actually willing to buy the $53 pack if they ever added the bow to the game. I will actually raise money to buy that pack. Pretty much, Zoe. Like I said, I fully agree. There are way better games out there to spend your money on. Actually, it expanded to a bet with everybody, Ray. Because I think well, yeah, Ray was the one that actually started it, to be fair. Because it was the day that me and Ray were talking. But I bet other people in chat as well the same thing, you know? I just don't think it'll happen. That's how confident I am that it will not happen. I am so confident that I know they do not care enough to ever release that. So yeah, it's beyond stupid. It is the dumbest thing that I have ever seen, ever. Like, I wish it were legitimately not like this, but it is. So like, goddamn. Did you? Well, okay, that could probably be right. To be honest, I don't remember half the shit I say, but I will trust you guys as my record keepers. So you're probably right. But yeah, I refuse to spend any money. If they ever added a weapon, that's the only time I would spend the money on the game. But only because it's good for the players. Players deserve choices. The more choices you have, the greater the game becomes. If the devs had any passion for this game, they would definitely like do something positive like that. They would add a new weapon. They would focus on adding that. They would focus on making players happy. But they don't. Instead, they allow toxic players to run around saying whatever they want to say, being racist, being toxic, being stupid, and then they put all the blame on me. They say I'm the one that's being toxic, that I'm saying shit. No, because we have evidence. What do they have? In fact, I will always now. I will tell you guys that the Dauntless official mods did something good. They actually handled this situation after my wife complained. But I will tell you one thing. Did you know that the Dauntless official people brought up my mother and tried to make a threat of physical harm to my family? I may joke about it on stream. Like, you've heard me joke around several times. You know, I've said shit like, I will come to your house and murder your family, but it's never been an actual threat. These official people, none of them were banned from the server, by the way, because the mods didn't ban them from the server. These people made a physical threat of violence toward my family, and it was allowed until my wife stepped in and saw it. Because my wife is usually my social media manager. She hangs around the Discords for me, keeps an eye on things, because I personally don't have a lot of time. So yeah, the community is super toxic. It's crazy. And that's the only reason that the mods finally took action. So kudos to them for solving the issue, but they still allowed it. I play other games all the time, Syed. But Dauntless is my biggest because it's been around for so long. So yeah. Oh yeah, Ray. Like I kind of lost my chill on the day itself, but you know, we calmed down, we thought about it. Like we were gonna release a lot of material, but we chose not to because okay, they solved the situation and they silenced a lot of the problematic people. So no, what the biggest fix would be to ban those people straight up. Just remove those people from the Dauntless community and the community be healthier. But the reason why they don't do it is, yeah. Oh, yes, yes. Definitely, Miss Eve. They should also do that. I think that that's a great fix. Remove names from the leaderboard. Just show the top timings. But do not disclose the names. That way, everybody who is up there, you know, they'd have to prove it or whatever in their own videos. That's up to them, but yeah. That would be a great way of resolving a lot of things. Because it goes to a lot of people's heads. Yeah, totally, Ray. I completely understand. Yeah. Again, this game was a good market, you know? But I don't worry too much about moving on to other games because there's plenty coming out. So I'm just biding my time. Because I also have to enjoy what I do. Whatever I do content for, I have to enjoy it. So for me personally, looking at... yeah, this game has a leaderboard, Syed, for the Dauntless Trials. But yeah, I don't worry too much about playing other games because there's another great game called Space Punks. It's an open beta. I'm waiting for them to have their console release. Once they have their console release, I think that game's gonna get really huge because it's a fantastic game. A lot of people aren't, Tony, and that's the big problem. Until I got on, there were no guides for beginners and stuff like that. You know? So... that's why everybody comes here, and that's why so many people, they discover me when they're early in the game, and then they stick around because they realize that this is the best place to really get their content. I could if it had been more than just a threat, and if I knew the person behind it, because I've got no one to sue. And they're in a different country on the internet, so I can't sue somebody over saying something on the internet. Because I don't know who the person is, so who would I serve a subpoena to? So there's no legal action that can be taken, nor can I get the police involved. Because it's just a threat over the internet. There's nothing I can do. Like, it's not a credible, feasible threat. Because even if they wanted to threaten that, they'd have to fly to Singapore. You know? Yeah, no, Space Punks is gonna be great, you know? Congratulations, Charlie. But yeah. I just don't worry too much about it. Like, for me... it's just a simple thing, you know? I will just carry on doing what I do. And the best way? No, not in Singapore, Tony. Maybe possible in the US, but not in my country. And certainly wouldn't be taken seriously. Relearn what? Dauntless? Well... tomorrow I'll have an evening stream, Turtle Dove, because I know you're working around this time. So tomorrow evening I'll have a late night Dauntless stream. Maybe you can come and hop on and level with me. Might help. But yeah, there's definitely no such thing as suing for cyberbullying. It doesn't exist. Like I said, maybe in America, but not here. I'm not American. So like I said, it has to be a credible criminal threat, which it wasn't. See, I know my law very well, and unfortunately, there was nothing for me to sue them for. If I could have sued them for it, I would have. Because, hey, why not? Yeah. Hence the difference. Your country can sue for a lot of things. Here, you can't really. I mean, no offense, though. Americans get offended at a lot of things, so... huge difference. But I'm not too worried about it. Like I said, these guys are just all internet. It's all just Twitter talk. What I needed them to do, however, was shut their fucking mouths, which the mods of the official Discord, they actually managed to silence it, which was good. That I praise them for. You know, where proper action is taken, I will give praise. The biggest problem, however, that they have yet to solve for themselves. No, Ashley, they do not. Because the reason you cannot sort out cyberbullying. Okay, so sorry, I should correct that. Some countries do sort out cyberbullying, but you have to. It has to be a credible threat of harm. Don't forget that. This is a very important thing. If cyberbullying occurs within your country, there is a credible threat of harm because the person knows you personally. If you cyberbully somebody like at school, for instance, and it is a targeted attack meant to harm their mental well-being, all right, their mental and emotional well-being. If it is a targeted threat designed to do that, then yes, because that's a credible threat to physical well-being, which a country would sort out. But let's say somebody is making a threat on a Discord and these people, and you don't know who it is, like they don't have their real name there, so it's not a real person that can get to you physically in your country, or rather you don't know this. The police have nobody to prosecute. There's nobody that you can bring to court. You see, you cannot bring them into a criminal court of law because you don't know who they are. That is why they cannot sort it out, and that is why there is some protection for them to say these kinds of things. I'm sure they know their stuff as well as I do. Either that or just morons, but there is no legal action you can take, nor would you be taken seriously if you took legal action against that, because what are the police supposed to do? Search over the internet for who this person is just because they made a threat to you and have no credible way of carrying out the threat. It makes no sense, right? It'd be like a waste of police resources when within most countries there are more problems like drugs, whatever, that the police have to deal with. So if they made a threat to my financials, say like they had a credible way of carrying out their intended action, then yes, I could definitely bring them to court and time would be spent to get these people behind bars. But when it's not credible, then there's nothing you can do. Just so you know. In case you guys ever need help with this kind of stuff, just remember that. It has to be a logical, credible threat. You can't just sue everybody for, you know, not liking you on the internet, which is why, technically speaking, I can call these people whatever I want because I have the right to free speech. I can call these people whatever I want and still not get punished for it. But they could sue me under defamation. I would have to be proven to have defamed them, which I haven't because I've only spoken facts. Again, it's also why this channel only deals with facts. We cannot say anything that is incorrect because that technically would be illegal, you know, would be something that people could get you on. Yes, it does, Syed. So, for example, this build that I'm running now uses the Omnicell Bastion. This particular Omnicell functions well with shields to deliver very strong critical damage, but it has other weaknesses. So the strength of the build is that it has a very balanced offense and defense and can be used very offensively for heavy damage to the enemy. But you have to know how to play it because balancing the use of your shields for criticals as well as for burst damage is very important. If you use it incorrectly, you will do badly and just have a tougher time, which, you know, you obviously don't want. Subscribe to the channel, click the bell notification, and you will see whenever I'm live. That's how YouTube works. So yeah, as long as you're subscribed to the channel, Tony, and you make sure the bell, which is the notifications, is on, you will always get a notification whenever I'm live. And don't worry, Syed, ask whatever questions you want. I'm here to answer. Yeah. And as for the moderators doing their job, they have. In this particular case, they did. So I'm okay with that, Johnny. They did their job in the official Discord, and they stopped it. I know we had to make a fuss for them to stop it, but they did stop it. So credit where credit is due. However, the people that perpetrated this are still around, and they, unfortunately, will eventually receive what is coming to them if they keep it up. And that's why we continue to let people know that the official Discord is quite a toxic place, and it's not a good place for people to hang out. You're not at work right now? Dang. Unlucky. No, Syed. I do not like Monster Hunter. Because Monster Hunter is too slow paced for me. Dauntless is much more fast paced. And also, Monster Hunter is boring as fuck. No offense intended, but Monster Hunter is really fucking boring. The only time I would play Monster Hunter is if I was paid to play. If somebody's paid me and said, here's the game, here's everything in the game, just play the game. And here's payment for your time as well. Because that's why like somebody was asking yesterday night, how much would it cost them to sponsor me to play Monster Hunter? It'd be about $100. Because I would have to buy the base game, and I would be paid for my time. The DLCs, they would have to fund that as if they wanted me, then it would be additional costs as well to get the DLCs. Up to them. But yeah. I'm mostly just here for the community, honestly. Because I refuse to leave the Dauntless community to... If I leave the Dauntless community, right, then what's left for the people? They go back to being trapped by these jackasses. It's not a good thing for anybody. So I choose to stay. Because I will never, ever allow somebody to just, you know, wipe me out. No. Yep, no problem. You work. You go ahead and wake up, Turtle Dove. This evening I'll be on Diablo 3, and then that's it for today. But tomorrow I will probably roll a double. No, Kaz is at work. Kaz is at work, so she just started her work day. She's got to train a newbie as well, so she's very busy right now. But for me, I'm going to go get my members only video done, and then I'm gonna sleep. I'm gonna nap and get myself ready for the evening. I'll be on Diablo 3 starting a seasonal character for shits and giggles. So yeah, I appreciate all your company. You guys have been absolutely wonderful. Thank you for listening to me and hanging out. Tomorrow onwards, I'll be back to my normal streaming schedule. So I'll be doing the double streams at night again, which is one section is this, another section is that. Because I'll be real with you guys. This month my earnings are very low, so I really need to work hard for the rest of the month. So I didn't forget you. I'm just lower level than you, you know. So I didn't forget you today. Our levels just don't match. Because I already finished the repeaters anyway. So I'm gonna make sure that's ready for tonight. All right, thank you all. Thank you all. You guys are all lovely people. I'll see you this evening. All right, y'all have a good time, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Yeah. Catch you on the next one. Bye bye.